study class LKG. I am going to tell a story and of lion and the mouse. Once upon a time there was a lion and a mouse. One day the lion was sleeping. The mouse starts play on him. The lion woke up. Caught the mouse. The mouse requested to forgive. The lion let him go. One day the lion caught in a net. The mouse caught in a net resisted. The lion was free. The lion thanked the mouse. Moral, do good, have good. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Aditi Sankar. I read in class 1. Today I am going to narrate a story. My title of the story is The Thirsty Crow. One hot summer day, a crow became very thirsty and he was searching for water. Water, but did not get water. At last saw a pitcher, but very little water in a pitcher. Inside the pitcher, he got an idea. Throw pebbles in pitcher and water come up. The crow drink water and go away happily. Moral of the story is, where there is a will, there is a way. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Ritika Raj from Standard 2E and today I am going to tell you a story. The title of my story is The Honest Woodcutter. Once upon a time there lived a woodcutter. He was going to the forest to cut some trees. One day, while cutting a tree, the axe fell into the water and he started crying. The angel was coming and said, "Why are you crying, woodcutter?" The woodcutter said, "My axe fell into the water." The angel went to the water and come with a golden axe and said, "This is your axe?" No, this is not my axe. Angel went to the water and come with a golden silver axe and said, "This is your axe?" No, this is not my axe. Again angel went to the water and come with old iron axe and said, "This is your axe?" The woodcutter said, Yes, this is my axe." The angel was very happy. His honesty. He said, "I will give you all 3 axes because you are honest woodcutter." The woodcutter was very happy and went to the home. The moral of the story is, honesty is the best policy. Thank you. Good morning everyone. My name is Niketan from Standard 2A. Today I am going to tell a very beautiful story. The title of my story is An Honest Woodcutter. Long time ago, there was a poor woodcutter. He used to cut trees in the forest. One day, he cutting the tree in the bank of the river. Suddenly, his axe fell into the river. He started crying. Suddenly, an angel was appeared and asked, "Why are you crying?" Woodcutter said, "My axe fell into the river." He told her whole story. The angel went inside the river and brought a very beautiful golden axe. And she asked, "Is this your axe?" Woodcutter said, "No, no, this is not my axe. No, no, this is not my axe." Again, Inzel went inside the river and brought a very beautiful silver axe. And she asked, "Is this your axe?" Woodcutter said, "No, no, this is also not my axe. No, no, this is also not my axe." Again, Inzel went inside the river and brought an old iron axe. And she asked, "Is this your axe?" Woodcutter said, "Yes, yes, this is my axe. This is my axe." Inzel was very appreciative to the woodcutter, and she gave all the 3 axes to the woodcutter. The moral of the story is, honesty is the best policy. Thank you. Good evening, all of you. My name is Divyasi, and today I am going to narrate one story. The title of my story is The Proud Peacock. In a deep forest, there lived a peacock with beautiful feathers. Peacock proud of its beautiful feathers. Peacock himself admired. He boasts that he is the most beautiful bird in world. One day a cuckoo bird came that way. Peacock saw the cuckoo bird. Cuckoo bird had black feathers. Peacock said to the cuckoo bird, "Your feathers are black. You look ugly." Hearing these hurting words, cuckoo bird was not angry. Cuckoo bird started singing in her sweet voice. Peacock was amazed by the beautiful voice. Peacock also started singing, and his voice was ugly. Cuckoo bird said to the peacock, "Oh dear peacock, you have beautiful feathers, but you cannot sing well. I have black feathers, but I can sing well. We each have our own talent gifted by God. We should appreciate it. We should not pride and insult others." Peacock agreed and stopped boasting on his beauty. Moral. The moral of my story is, we should not compare with yourself with others. We should appreciate our own talent. Thank you.
Good morning to our respected teachers and friends. My name is Smriti Mishra from class 3C, and I am standing here to tell a very beautiful story. The title of my story is A Proud Peacock. Once upon a time in a jungle lived a peacock. His feather is very beautiful, very glossy and shiny, and he proud on herself and rude also. One day a crow came and said, "Can you please play with me?" But the peacock said, "No, just look at yourself. You are so small and your feathers are so dull and black. I will not play with you. I feel sorry for you." Then crow smiled and said, "Oh, don't feel sorry for me. I am happy to see what I am." The peacock said, "I know you are jealous with me." But the crow said, "No, why I am jealous with you? Can you do what I can do? Can you fly in the high sky? Let's fly." The crow fly and finally he touched the cloud. When he came back, he saw the peacock is only can fly to the height of the tree, and he is sitting on the tree. Then crow came and said, "Now tell me, whose feathers are better? Whose feathers are better?" Then peacock realized her mistake and said, "Sorry, thank you."
Good morning, our Honorable Acharya Shiji, respected Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Sir, and our dear lovely friends. My name is Aishwaryadi from Standard 4B, and today I'm going to tell one Vedic story which is related to Lord Krishna. And the story name is Krishna and Govardhan. There was a ritual among the inhabitants of Vrindavan to worship Lord Indra, the god of rain. Once, when the preparations were in full swing, Krishna asked, "Why do you all worship Lord Indra? Is it to bribe him for the rain you want in your fields? Don't you think it is his duty? Instead, we all have to worship Govardhan Parvat as it feeds our cattle, which keeps them healthy and also helpful to us in many ways." All assented and started worshipping the hill. This made Indra very angry, and he let his rain clouds over the village. It poured cats and dogs for days on end. All shouted Krishna's help. "Krishna, Krishna, oh Krishna, please help us." Krishna said, "Don't worry, I'll help you." Unable to see his devotees in plight, Krishna lifted the Govardhan Parvat in his little finger. He asked the villager to take shelter under the hill and stood in that position for 7 nights. Indra realized his mistake and apologized to Krishna. The moral of the story is we should not boast our power, and we should always help anyone in need if you can. Thank you.
Good morning to our Honorable Acharya Shiji, respected teachers, and all my dear friends. My name is Pratyusha Sharma. I read in Standard 4A, and today I am going to tell you one Vedic story related to Lord Krishna. The title of my story is the Krishna and the Govardhan Hill. There was a ritual among the inhabitants of Vrindavan to worship Indra, the god of rain. Once when preparations were in full swing, Krishna suggested that the villagers should rather worship the Govardhan hill. They assented and started worshipping the hill. This made Indra very angry, and he let his rain clouds loose over the village. It poured cats and dogs for days on end, and everybody should Krishna's help. Unable to see his devotees in plight, the Lord lifted the Govardhan with his little finger. He asked the villagers to take that position for 7 days. Indra realized his mistake and apologized to Krishna. The moral of my story is we should not boast of our power and always help someone in need if you can. Thank you.
Good morning to all of you. Myself Ritisha, and I am from Standard 5B. Today I am going to tell a story, and the title of my story is The Midas Touch. Once upon a time in the ancient Greece there was a king, and the name of the king was Midas. He was very rich, and he has all things that he needed. He also has a beautiful daughter. He loved his daughter more than his riches. One day, he thought that I want to be more rich. So, he gone to the window of the castle and called the god. And suddenly, the god appeared. The god said, "What's a wish, dear Midas?" Then the king said, "Oh, I wish that I touch anything, it turns into gold." The god was not happy with the idea, but he granted his wish. The king was very happy as the God granted his wish. He gone to the castle and touched random things, and it all turned into golden. The king was very happy, and then he felt hungry. So he gone to the dining table, and there was some fruits and a glass of water. He tried to eat fruit, but it turned into gold. The king was shocked. Oh, how can I eat now? Whatever, I cannot eat food, but still drink water. So he tried to drink water, and it also turned into gold. The king was not happy and said, how can I survive without eating food and drinking water? After seeing his father upset, his daughter came and hugged him. Before he realized, his daughter turned into a lifeless golden statue. The king started crying. Oh, I want my daughter back. I cannot live without my daughter. I want my daughter back. Then he gone to the garden of the castle and called the god again. And suddenly again God appeared. Then the king said to the god, my daughter has turned into gold. Please, please save my daughter and take my all powers back. I want my daughter. He started begging to the god. And suddenly the god said, oh, I know you have learnt a lesson. Now I am giving a solution. To take this pot, it is a magical pot, and in this it is a magical water. If you will sprinkle on all the things that you have touched, it will come into their normal form. So the king took this pot and sprinkled all on the things. He sprinkled on his daughter, and the daughter again became to the normal form. He also sprinkled on the glass. It also came in the normal form. He also sprinkled on the ball of food. It also turned into normal form. And he sprinkled all over where he has touched, and all became in the normal form. The king Midas learned his lesson. So he and his daughter lived after happily. The moral of the story is, don't be greedy. Be happy what you have. Thank you.
Good morning to all. I am Lisa of class 5th A and I am here to narrate a story. And the title of my story is King Midas and the Golden Touch. Once upon a time, there was a king named Midas. He was very greedy and he was having everything that he wanted. He loved only two things in his life. First is gold and second is her beautiful loving daughter. One day he was praying to God and saying that, God, please grant me a wish. Suddenly God appeared and said, what is your wish, my child? King Midas said, if I will touch anything, it will turn to gold. God said, okay, your wish will be granted, and disappeared. King Midas was thinking that I will be the richest person in the world, and gone in the palace and touched many things like beds, sofas, chairs, and they all turned to gold. Then he was hungry and touched a beautiful cake and it turned to gold. He was very surprised that I can't eat anything. Then he thinked and said that if I will drink anything, it will not turn to gold. Then he touched a cup of tea. It also turned to gold.
Then he was very surprised that I can't eat anything and started crying. Then her daughter came and hugged her. Then suddenly she turned to gold. He was very upset that my daughter turned to gold and saying that I don't want this wish, my God. I want my daughter back. God appeared and said, King, you can sprinkle this holy water everywhere that you turn to gold. King Midas taken that spring water and sprinkled to her daughter. The princess turned to real and they lived happily. The moral of this story is do not be greedy. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all present over here. Myself is Abhavi Singh of Standard 5th B, and today I am here to narrate one story. The title of my story is The Midas Touch. Once there was a king named Midas. He had so many palaces, gold, and a large kingdom. He also had a beautiful daughter. He loved his daughter very much and gold also. He was very rich but unhappy. One day he was praying to God and suddenly the God appeared. He asked to God, "Oh God, please grant me a wish that whatever I touch turned into gold." God was happy and said, "Your wish is granted." Hearing this, King Midas was very happy and thought that I will be the richest man in the world. He touched so many things in his palace and everything turned into gold. Then he started his dinner. As soon as he touched his plate, the plate turned into gold. He thought that I couldn't eat but can drink the water. He took the glass of water to drink water, but it also turned into gold. He was shocked and said, "I couldn't eat or drink anything. How can I survive?" Then his dear daughter came running to meet her father. He touched his arm without realizing, and suddenly what he saw, his daughter became a lifeless golden statue. He was shocked and said, "Oh, what happened? My daughter became a golden statue? No, no, God." He started crying. "Please take away your boon. I don't want any more gold. I want my dear daughter back. Please, please take away your boon." And suddenly the God appeared and gave Midas a pot with magical water and said, "This is magical water. If you sprinkle this water on everything, everything will come to its original form." King Midas was very happy. He sprinkled the water on his daughter, and daughter became normal. Then he sprinkled the water on everything what he touched, and after some time, everything comes to its original form. King Midas was very happy. He said, "Thank God, I got my dear daughter back." He learned a lesson that do not be greedy. He and his family was happy with this and lived happily with his kingdom. The moral of the story is do not be greedy. Always be happy what God has given to you.